On this day in history, September 3rd, 301, San Marino, one of the smallest nations in the world and the world's oldest republic still in existence, is founded by Saint Marinus. Included in the following is an excerpt from the 1944 edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica, going over the history of the republic. San Marino, a republic in northern Italy, 14 miles southwest of Rimini by road. It is the smallest republic in the world, 32 square miles in area. According to tradition, the republic was founded by Marinus, a native of Arb, probably after the 4th century. The Castellum Sancti Marini is mentioned in 755. The oldest document in the Republican archives mentions the abbot of San Marino in 885. The republic, as a rule, avoided the faction fights of the Middle Ages, but joined the Ghibellines and was interdicted by the Pope in 1247-49. After this, it was protected by the Montefeltro family, later Dukes of Urbino, and the papacy, and successfully resisted the attempts of Sigismondo Malatesta against its liberty. In 1503, it fell into the hands of Cesare Borgia, but soon regained its freedom. Other attacks failed, but civil discords in the meantime increased. Its independence was recognized in 1631 by the papacy. In 1739, Cardinal Alberoni attempted to deprive it of its independence, but this was restored in 1740 and was respected by Napoleon. The arms of the republic and 3 peaks, each crowned with a tower. There are traces of 3 different enceintes of the 14th, 15th, and 16th centuries. The principal church, Pieve, in classical style, dates from 1826 to 38 and contains the body of Saint Marinus. The old church is first mentioned in 951. The available armed forces of the Republic form a total of about 1,200 men, all citizens able to bear arms, being technically obliged to do so from the age of 16 to 60 years. It issues its own copper coinage, which circulates in Italy also, but Italian money is current for the higher values. Most of the republic falls within the Diocese of Montefeltro, a small portion within that of Rimini. The peaceful revolution of March 25, 1906 restored the original system of election to the council, which had become a close corporation, renewed by co-option, by the Arengo, or Assembly of Heads of Families, 1/3 of the council being henceforth renewable every 3 years. But in September 1920, the council resigned in a body and enlarged the Arengo into a single constituency, electing the 60 councillors under practically universal suffrage and proportional representation. San Marini's public life takes its color from Italy, thus the Catholic Popular Party there, as in Italy, became powerful, and socialism, imported from abroad, was largely represented, at least until fascism appeared. Pending the election of their successors after the vote of 1920, the 2 half-yearly presidents of the Republic, for the first time since 1787, remained in office after their 6 months' legal tenure had expired, and for the first time since 1740, the new Capitani Reggente came into power on December 5th instead of October 1st or April 1st, the time-honored dates, a return to which was effected at the ensuing election of presidents. In World War I, the Germans accused the Republic of espionage through the wireless station on Mount Titano, which stands 2,437 feet above the sea. When Italy entered the war, San Marino showed its sympathies by voting £1,500 for the Italian sufferers, and one of the regents publicly expressed his hope for an Italian victory. San Marino has been, since 1862, in treaty relations with Italy. In 1921, the fight of socialists into the Republic and the punitive expedition of the fascisti in search of them led San Marino to invoke the aid of the Italian Carabinieri. The Republic no longer confers titles for a consideration, but finds a fruitful source of revenue in the frequent changes of its postage stamps, first issued in 1877 and divided into 2 series, one for foreign and the other for internal postage in 1899. However, it had to resort to a loan, and new taxes were imposed to provide higher salaries for officials, causing the peasant rising in 1910, but it steadily refused the offer of a gaming table. Newspapers were established in the Republic. The only exports besides postage stamps are stone from Mount Titano. The legendary founder of San Marino was a Dalmatian stonecutter, and the strong wine grown on this volcanic soil. The museum contains, among other curiosities, the banner of Garibaldi's Italic Legion, which sought refuge at San Marino in 1849. The archives were rearranged and described by Malagola. The population in 1939 was 14,547.